What's up, everybody? Another day of push and record and talking to y'all. And most people don't fail because of lack of talent. They fail because they spread themselves out too thin. And the real path to success is focus. I think one of the things people do is definitely getting their hands into too many things, thinking they can do everything and not really putting one thing on the map. People say jack of all trades, master of none. And there's actually another part of that saying that says it's a little bit more positive than that. But I think when people spread themselves out too thin, you can't put your focus into one thing. I'll give you an example. When I was growing up, I wanted to do music. Music was my life. I loved producing. I loved writing. I loved recording. I loved being an artist. But even that, I had to pick. I was making beats. I was writing songs. I was doing all these different things. But it kind of spread me out too thin of being one of those things. Now, maybe I could have made it work. But then after high school, I wanted to go to college and get a degree. And at least it was in music business and entertainment and editing and all that stuff. But because I was going to school, I could have spent that same amount of time just focusing on music and gotten further with that. And school kind of got in the way of me creating music. So it's I started to lose focus off of all that stuff. And then money became a focus. And music wasn't one of those things that was making me money at the time. Or, all that after I had to pay back my student loans. So it's don't spread yourself out too thin. If you want to do something, make the plan and focus on that one thing and get really good at it. In the book 48 Laws of Power, there's this one part where Robert Greene's talking about put everything you have into that one thing and beat it into submission. Because when you're laser focused on something and there's a clear, goal you're going for, you're gonna go and try to get it. And all these things along the path that are kind of distracting you are going to get you off of your path of your main focus. Me as an actor, I do video production, and I can tend to also have that director mind where I'm behind the camera, but I want to be an actor. Sometimes it works where I make my own thing and I get to act in it, and so I can be an actor. But if I start going down the director path and being behind the camera, which is a path maybe down the line, I'm going to get unfocused on the path of being an actor, which is very hard in itself and takes a lot of work and mastery. So don't confuse it. Stay focused on what you want to do, and don't lose that passion for that one thing. Also, another thing that kind of comes up in these type of situations is envy of other people. Seeing people's successes and them being happy and stuff, and you're comparing yourself. And you cannot compare yourself to other people because it's just not the thing to do. You don't know any other person's path of how they got there and how they became to the point where they're successful and stuff. But you don't actually know you can't really know what people are going through. And you're only seeing their happy moments. So you don't know they're actually might be going through bad times and stuff. You don't know. So don't compare yourself to anybody else. And envy can be very distracting when you see everybody else. It seems like they're getting quick wins and stuff, and then you switch up your strategy because you see this person doing this other thing. Just focus on yourself. I told you, the best way to success is focus. You got to really know what you want to get out of this life, what makes you happy, and stick to your plan, and don't compare yourself. And focus. Even if it's at work, think about anything you have to get done. If you give something an hour or 2 hours of straight hard focus, you're gonna get it done, and you're probably gonna get it done faster. You're gonna want to work more on it. You're gonna do better, and as opposed to just seeing all this work that you're doing and everything, and you're just kind of procrastinating and all this other stuff. So if you just focus a little bit on your life and your path and your success and everything that you want to get done, you're going to be successful. Don't get distracted. Don't envy. Stop, losing focus on the main thing, by spreading yourself out too thin. And I think you're going to make it. You know, this goes into focus like with your investing. It goes into focus with your YouTube. Like, my goal with YouTube is to create something every day and create like, you know, videos that will help people get past all the like hurdles that we put in our own way. I do it all the time myself. Sometimes I'll watch a video of my own and I'm like, damn, I've fallen for this same stuff. So that's why I'm like relaying it to you. But I do want to tell you that you can be successful. It's not overnight and it takes a lot of work. But most of all, it takes focus. So down below in the description will be a link to 48 Laws of Power. That is a great book by Robert Greene. If you want to check it out, the link's there. But besides that, if you made it this far in the video, you are the best person. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm doing it for. It's for you. So shout out to you. My name is Sai. I'm an actor, creative director, and daily YouTuber, and I help creatives like yourself take what you love and turn it into something real and build a life that actually works. So if you like this video, smash that thumbs up button and like this video. If this content resonates with you, definitely subscribe and join the community. We're growing over here. Check out the school community in the description. It's free. Creative Momentum. We're just like, you know, doing great stuff over there. If you're wanting to grow your YouTube or your investments or just your life in general, come on in and join the crew. We're, you know, keeping each other accountable over there, and it's for us. And also, you know, if in the comments, what do you do to stay focused? Like, do you find yourself losing focus? Like, what is the main thing you're trying to get to, and what's in your way? Let me know in the comments. And then also, YouTube is popping up these videos on your screen right here, suggesting you're going to really like them, and I know you will. So watch those. All right, guys. Well, you're not behind. You're just getting started. So let's build this life on purpose. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.